Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. These are my leggy little babies. Not all of them are leggy. The little snacking peppers are not so bad. They're kind of cool. Some of the late arrivals are not so leggy, but anyway, it is what it is. They're mostly tomatoes and I can just plant them deep. They've just about finished their solar therapy for the morning, is what I'm calling it. Their time in the sun. They've been out here about an hour. I've been sitting nearby doing something so that I don't forget they're out here because they're kind of wimpy and kind of soft. They're not made for being in sun, so they're likely to flop over, and even though they've had the fan on them inside, I don't want them to get too unhappy with being out here and go all limp and floppy. But I noticed they're starting to get the little furry tomato stems today. Little shiny stems there. We shall figure it out for next year. But onto some bigger plants. Thought you might like to know we had 3 new bulbs up. This little one. This little one. And this little one over here. That looks different to the others. I'm not sure what that's about. So, no, it's a decent sized little bulb garden that I did not plant. So I'm pretty happy with that. And next year, my hot pink ranuncular, which I've featured before, will be somewhere around the middle, and I'll perhaps even put my orchids here as well. So this will be a proper little flower garden, which will be nice. Attract all of the pollinators to my veggies to pollinate them as well. The little winter thyme that I planted a little while ago is doing quite well. It's put on some new growth, so that's good. It's still under a frost cover. Little rosemary's a bit slower, but rosemary is. My saffron bulbs, I've noticed recently, are starting to really bulb up on the bottom. You can see that there. It's really starting to get some growth on there, and I'll keep them separate. I'll keep them in pots. So we will overwinter those. Do a bit more research on whether or not it's best to take them out, but they won't take up much space if they're in their little pots. I said over winter, but it's actually over summer, isn't it? Because these gave me saffron in, I think it was August. There's a video, I'll link it here. So they were quite early. Some of them do come out in snowy weather, so these might be some of the really early crocus saffron bulbs. I actually hadn't noticed how much my dill has kicked on. My goodness, it's huge. It was like that high last time I was looking at it. Couple of weeks ago, I'm sure. This one here is doing really well. And the smell, I love the smell of dill. So yes, spring has sprung in my herbs, which is fantastic. Always good to have a wander around your garden and see what's waking up for spring or whatever season you're going through at the moment. Even things going to sleep is kind of a nice restful thing as well. We've got our Sunchokes, the Jerusalem Artichokes, doing really well here. Haven't featured those in a little while. The nets keep the frost covers off them at night, and I don't actually think the possums or the rats are going for the tubers, which is good because that's one less thing to be concerned about. And these, my Dutch cream potatoes, are doing quite well in pots as well. So thanks for watching. Whatever season you're in, hope you're having fun in your garden. I'll see you next time.